Over 300,000 IDF troops have been mobilized and deployed to the Gaza and Lebanese border. These brave men and women left their families and their jobs behind at a moment's notice to protect their country. After weeks on the battlefront, many have yet to go home. So a team of volunteer physical therapists from the Tikva Unit decided to bring their services to them free of charge. And joining me here in studio is Bianca Brower. She's a sports massage therapist, and Ariel Weinstein. She's an acupuncturist, and they're both part of the Tikva Unit. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about some of the therapy methods your team uses to treat these IDF soldiers.
So we've got an amazing team of therapists together. We've got everything from sports massage therapists to acupuncturists, physiotherapists, breath workers. It's just anybody that's in the therapy world has jumped on board to try give our soldiers as much support as possible. It's been incredible.
Definitely support that's very much needed, both for soldiers and also civilians, because we really are facing this collective trauma, and it's so important to take care of your health and your well-being. What has been the most common type of injury or issue that you guys have seen in these soldiers?
I would say about 98% of the soldiers that we treat come in with either severe neck pain or back pain, both on their upper back and their lower back. Occasionally there's knee pain, but these soldiers are lifting heavy equipment all day long. They have their gun strapped to them all day long. So we pretty much see the same types of pain that come in from the time we start to the time we end.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of trauma while they're in active combat. You know, obviously you guys are giving physical therapy, but physical therapy also has an effect on mental well-being.
Absolutely. We actually had a discussion about this last night, and some of the soldiers completely shut down. They just want to be there for therapy. Some of the soldiers want to talk. They want to share their stories from home. They want to share their stories from what they've seen in Gaza, on the Lebanese border, in the towns, wherever they may be. And I think just having a safe space and a different set of ears and a different face to share that with is really therapeutic for them.
What, for you guys, having toured so many military bases around the country and treated so many soldiers, what has been the most shocking or surprising thing that you guys have experienced on this journey of bringing therapy to these soldiers?
I think the amount of sacrifice that I have seen the soldiers have to make. I think that the world sees what's happening on the news and we catch up with it, but then we're able to move on with our lives. But at the bases, these soldiers are there for weeks and months on end, and the sacrifices that they make are everything from having to pause going to university for their studies, to missing babies being born, to weddings, whether it's their friends or their own, or all of the little things in life and all of the big things in life. So I think that really seeing it firsthand, the sacrifice that these soldiers are making, it makes me appreciate everything that they're doing even more, and it makes me very grateful that I have the opportunity to help them and to do my part in helping like the soldiers and Jews around the world, so that the soldiers can keep on fighting this war.
Yeah, it certainly it puts things into perspective. Bianca, what's it been like for you?
It's been incredible. Firstly, I'm fascinated by the fact that there is always shoko at the bases. I love shoko. That's my weakness. So I'm very pleased that there's always been shoko. But the humility of the guys and girls has been incredible. They're just normal people. They are normal people that are out there saving the world.
Absolutely.
And
normal people with normal jobs. Accountants
100%.
become soldiers, combat soldiers, the very next day.
Yep.
You guys have had to travel to these military bases around the country. Some of them are in not the safest areas, close to both the Gaza border, the Lebanese border. Tell me a little bit about the coordination. How do you guys get there? Is anybody in touch with you? How does that work?
So we get there ourselves, whether it's by bus or train or cars. Sometimes we're going up north to the bases by Lebanon. There was an instance where a rocket hit about half a mile from the base that we were at. We walked outside and you could see the fire, but every single base we have been at, the soldiers have made sure 100% from the moment we get there to the moment that we leave that we are safe. And I've never felt unsafe when I'm at the bases, because I know that the soldiers are there and they're monitoring everything and they're taking care of us. They tell us where to go and what to do, and we listen 100% to them. So.
And so you guys provide these services to these soldiers for free, which is very admirable. And I understand that you guys have a GoFundMe page because you guys, this is your livelihood. So tell me a little bit about that.
So the third musketeer, Aubrey Thomas, who's keeping the economy going while we're here, she has set up a Paybox account where people can donate to, and basically that funding would go towards fuel, hiring of vehicles, and if there's anything left to replenish any supplies that we need to get in order to treat the guys. But up until this point, it's been completely self-funded, and I think we're also just sort of taking a page out of the soldiers' books in that them going out there, they're sacrificing a lot, and this is what we sacrifice. We're giving of our time and our skill and putting it to good use, and we're doing it with the absolute greatest of pleasure.
It's really beautiful. In general, there's really a collective trauma that we've been speaking about. So the post-traumatic, post-PTSD after October 7th, and that we're feeling both here in Israel and Jewish communities as a whole. What advice do you give to the general public as therapists, even though physical, but this does have an effect, obviously, mentally? What advice do you give for people to be able to get through these days, to be able to stay calm through, let's say, a siren, as we've had to unfortunately experience very often here?
I think that everybody processes in their own way, and everybody has that thing that helps them to move through this in their own way. For us, that thing that helps us move through this war is treating the soldiers. And it doesn't need to be something like going to the bases that you can do to get your mind off of all of the negative and start focusing on something positive. It can be something like helping to coordinate a base for us to go to. It can be something like going to a local volunteer shelter that is helping to organize supplies to send over to Israel. I know that there are tons of people that are waiting at the airport with huge suitcases to bring over, and even helping to do that can really put your mind onto something positive. And when your brain is focused and wired to think in a positive note, I think that it really helps to put faith back into humanity and to help move on. And it doesn't mean that you can't process all of the bad, and you should process all of the bad. But once you find that thing that's going to help you, you focus on it and you just keep moving.
Absolutely, and giving back to the community sometimes can also help you help yourself. Bianca Brower, Ariel Weinstein, really beautiful work you're doing.
Thank you
for joining
me. Thank you.